The truth behind pit bulls. Pit bulls are not dogs. They are vicious animals that need to be killed off. That's just one of the things people say about pit bulls, but what they don't know is the truth. The truth is that any breed is vicious only if that's how they were raised to be. If you look at the facts, it is actually proven that pit bulls are actually one of the most loyal and gentle dogs there is, especially when it comes to people. Pit bulls are not naturally vicious dogs. When people look at this breed, they don't see it as a dog. They see this living and breathing animal as a problem. They believe that all this animal is violent when in reality it isn't. Since this is what people think, they also think to prevent the danger that they should take action themselves in order to get rid of this animal. The problem is that these people are trying to take action on an animal that isn't a problem. They need to see the truth in order to understand these animals, but they aren't trying to understand the truth. They don't want to hear it either. One of the ways that they showed that they didn't want these dogs is by banning the pit bulls from certain cities. It is known as the Breed-Specific Legislation, or BSL, which allows these cities to not allow certain breeds into their cities. The problem with this law is that it is harming both the owner and the dog itself because people who had this breed before the law was enacted have to find ways to keep the dog to where no one can see the animal. If someone was to see the animal, it would be taken away from the owner and the owner would be fined for having a breed that was illegal to have. People might think that this law is helping when in reality it's making these worse by preventing dogs who need loving homes from getting one. They just believe that all the dogs that are that breed should be banned just because of one or two incidents involving that breed. People may think that the pit bull is a breed that are prone to attack when in reality pit bulls are the perfect animal to get if you have a family. They are easy to take care of and have a high tolerance for pain. Most people see the pit bull having a high pain tolerance as bad, but in reality it's a good thing. If you have small kids that are always on the dogs or pulling on its ears, they are more likely to stand the pain. Most dogs that have their ears pulled will usually yelp and try to bite the person pulling their ears to prevent them from pulling anymore. Since pit bulls have a high pain tolerance, they are less likely to do that, which makes them a good choice for a family dog. They are also very easy to take care of and very loyal. The only thing you have to give this breed is love and of course food. This breed doesn't ask for much as long as they are taken care of and shown love. They are as happy as can be. Pit bulls are not a breed that should be projected as a bad animal. No animal should be projected in a bad way. If anything, all animals are good animals as long as they are taken care of and shown that they are wanted. One city is showing how much they want pit bulls by wanting to release them from the county dog pound. The problem the people are having is getting the county commissioner to see where they are coming from, but they aren't buying it. There are still people in the county who don't want these dogs to be let out, but that's not stopping these people from trying to get rid of them, to set them free and for them to find homes. The truth is pit bulls weren't always seen as these vicious attack dogs. There was a time before the 1980s when the pit bulls were considered the nanny breed. These dogs used to be used to protect and watch over children, but when people thought it would be a good idea to misuse them and treat them horribly in order to make them aggressive, that was the turning point for this breed. These dogs did nothing to deserve the way they are being treated. They are only being treated this way because of what people turned them into. These dogs shouldn't be punished for what people did to them. It's not their fault and they can't say anything to defend themselves. That's why they need people who are willing to help protect them from this harm. One of the myths is that pit bulls have locking jaws when in reality they don't. There is no proof that their jaws can lock in any way, that they can be trained not to let go. Another huge myth is that pit bulls are the most dangerous breed when in reality they aren't. Some pit bulls do attack and bite, but the majority of dogs that do are usually mixed breeds, not pit bulls. Even though those myths aren't true, there are a lot of people who think they are. Since they think it is true, they take action in a way that they shouldn't. For example, there was a case where a police officer shot 33 rounds at a pit bull just because it came out into the middle of the street while police officers were trying to break up a fight between two teenagers. These animals already have been through so much, having been banned, being mistreated, being shot down, and also being abused. But even through all that, they can be the sweetest and nicest dogs that any animal lover would be happy to have. One organization who is helping these animals find a loving and safe home is known as Pit Bulls and Parolees. Their main goal is to find these animals loving homes that they know would take care of these dogs and would want to keep them. In conclusion, people can learn a lot from these animals and the truth behind them. With all this information, people everywhere know the facts about this breed and are able to better understand this animal from a better point of view.